and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? A house of artists. A house of artists. He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. The Shambler. I need to see it. Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph. A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext? The body language? I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons? What the hell was that? I can't even touch no way out. Choice. Must be. What the hell was that? I can't even touch it. No way out. No choice. I must get rid. What the hell was that? Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it? Damn. I could try tearing the painting with this thing. What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that? Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different. What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature, this dagger, was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Where is the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary. The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge. What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. To whom does this footprint belong? No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What sort of thief leaves it? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe. What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. Things are not looking good.
Так, всем привет, до этого я был без звука. Если это старый сейф... Сейчас сделаю чуть по-другому. Если это старый сейф... А ни хрена, да? Ну-ка, стоп. Я без понятия, честно. Ну, там было сказано в письме, что на каждом глобусе есть своя подсказка. Мы много в многих сериях встречали глобусы.
Arkham editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham edition. Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never heard of. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Вроде все собрали. Так, что по очкам-то? Пирс 0 очков. Я что брать надо? Партия, кстати, не провальная, если честно. Есть 2 хода, как выиграть матч. То есть, получается, я когда вот здесь, я просто не знаю, в какую сторону они ходят. Типа, если вот так все выглядит, то получается верхний... ё-моё. Видите, мелкие пешки. Вот так вот. Нет, ни хрена, да? Получается, самая левая, 4-я, это... этот слон. Все остальные мелкие это пешки. Конь, ферзь, король самый верхний с крестом и этот ладья. Я просто подумал, что если вот так вот, ну я просто не увидел то, что у нас под шахом стоит наш король. Или это не король? Просто на шахматной доске должен стоять король. Король, как я понял, это вот он, самый правый. Но у нас только ферзь стоит. Мне показалось, что вот эти газы выделяют, ну, типа, свой аромат, и из-за этого мы видим галлюцинации. Так, я не знаю, какой пароль, так что я посмотрю в интернете. Вообще без понятия. Ну, по идее, это правильно, вот сейчас как мы стоим. По идее, так. Просто нигде не указано, как партия вообще стоит. Но, по идее, когда ты ложишь доску на стол, она должна вот так стоять. Ну, смотря с какой стороны. Может, он здесь сидел. Так, что у нас за игра? Пять, 3, 9. Я думал, что будет ну, можно перебирать. Прикольно. Такой вопрос, куда делся этот хранитель книжной лавки? По идее, 3 концовки должно быть. Ну, типа, если с ходами вариантами. Я не знаю, сколько концовок, я не смотрел, не читал ни гайды, ничего. Ну, типа, если будем читать книги, возможно, будем узнать информацию, ну, хотя это может и плохо быть. Кто его знает, я не знаю. Без понятия. Так, прогрузилось, да?
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
А, я, значит, не доктор Фуллер. Получается, я какой-то левый тип. И это мы, скорее всего, на кровати валяемся.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best...
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of...
Fascinating. An animal, you say?
This amuses...
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you over...
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not...
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this my word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will...
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can...
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was...
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure, and I need to know what that is before I...
And where would you find those?
I'd rather not think about that.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me.
Ну, как мы видели, как мы заметили.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Ну, это я, скорее всего, типа, ну вот. Скорее всего, я. А это девушка, которая разговаривает, вот это вот наша...
Doctor, please, my chest. Oh.
А, они все одинаковые.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in hay fever. What's he doing here?
Да, они все на одной балле.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with...
What are you talking about? Yes, it's Dr. Colden.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. I'll just sleep.
Спину сломал, серьезно?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission? Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard any...
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is
Are you talking about the...
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her.
Oh, thank you so much. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it...
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan, what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medic.
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only...
I trust you.
Me too, Ethan.
Well, there might be...
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not...
No. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might...
I don't know yet, but I will fix... Everyone in Darkwater is suffering.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse...
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Dr. Colden.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Thank you for your help, Doc.
Thank you. I'll be going. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interrupt...
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still doesn't...
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too
Talk
high.
to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh, well. At least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order
once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked so every time the water gets shut off, I have to...
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. I don't have any business in the boiler room. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's, but rest assured, I'll tell him you can.
That won't be necessary.
I will tell him none. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs.
No, but
that
I.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.